that experience is so valuable now starting his 15th game.
Tony Pollard is the back. They go outside, and here's a quick throw. It caught on the play. Okonkwo flies upfield near the 50-yard line. Trent McDuffie, Leo Chanel's an IR. Nadi is out, second down, 7. And here's a spinning run close to a first down with the tackle made by Noel Williams. With the offset eye, 4th and 1. Play action, and Ward with time. And he's got his target. It's caught. Helm, the tight end who is emerging lately. Gunnar Helm, a rookie out of Texas. And put him at the Kansas City 28.
He's got one down. We can't see that second, but it looks like it.
So on downs, it goes to the Chiefs with Pacheco back there. It's a 1st and 10. The sidearm throw. Pacheco and Simmons has got him. At the 42, nice play, and they lose about 8 on it. Bole at the left. Minshew, 3rd and 8. And they need the 45 of Tennessee. Crumbling pocket. Low and incomplete. This is the number 8 defense in the NFL of Kansas City. 3rd down, 2. Ward outside, caught. DK. Future could be on defense if indeed they work in those world. There's a 3rd down and 3. Ward and caught. It's a first down. Good-looking grab. Okonkwo makes the catch.
Some of that success rate, you talk about success down the field, a lot of it has to do with the pocket around you as they bring blitz here.
Latham the block. Oh, it's getting messy, and down goes Ward. Sacked again, hit by a couple. So Pollard really knocked down the quarterback and got him off his horse, and so now it is 3rd and 17. They need the Chiefs. 36. And Ward deep and incomplete.
Some penalties to go along with it, so they need to get some rhythm going here and get the chains moving.
From the 6, fake the hunt, quick throw. Here they go. Hollywood Brown out past the 15 to the 18-yard line. Make it Juju Smith-Schuster with a pick of 12 on the play. Quickly, let's go to the Smith-Schuster on the move. And back to pass. Minshew and knocked down again. Second batted ball. And once again, it's Simmons. He's playing handball out there. Nice. Running back is Pollard. Prochet is on the move. 2nd down and 10 for the Titans. It goes outside to their tight end, Gunnar Helm. And he is dragging bodies, including Jamari Connor out there, out near the 49.
Their quarterback and Cam Ward, and then that young nucleus of talent around them.
3rd down, 3. Here they come. Down he goes. Back to the 40. Good-looking play. Bolton again. And he had only missed the 2 with the kneecap and toe injury. He's just amazing. First, they're going to get him in the backfield and in the end zone. And Hunt was knocked down. It's a safety.
Simmons is going to be lined up right there. He gets right by Suamata'i and gets into the backfield. Watch the swim move. He gets into the backfield, and he has no chance. Kareem Hunt has nowhere to go. Simmons continuing his stellar play.
We mentioned this earlier, has the highest quarterback pressure rate among any defensive tackle in the NFL. And that's a lot of guys. And he is number 1 that time, knocking down a running back, and a hard one to bring down, too. Spears the back. Ward to the air. Outside. Incomplete. Looking for DK. Look at that quarterback room that he's been in with the veteran Minshew and, of course, the great Mahomes. Here's a 2nd and 4. Pacheco. Draw play. Got the first down. And Oladokin will get it and fire and complete it. And it's grabbed to who else? Kelsey. Edworthy in the backfield and a quick throw and dropped incomplete. And they were going that time for Juju Smith-Schuster. This is a 54-yard field goal try. It is away. He's got the accuracy, and it is perfect.
Well, there's 8 at the line of scrimmage there. They only rushed 4, though.
He dumps it out. Caught by Spears. Blockers ahead, including Skoronski. A great block by Zeitler. Off to the races and outside the 45. Titan offense has scored 20 or more points the past 2 games. They've gotten some traction. 3rd and 2. It's Spears. Big time hole. First down run inside the 35. And they've got it deep in Kansas City territory. Spears is still back there. Here goes Ward on the move. Caught on the near side. Iomanner coming up on the Verizon halftime report from our studios in New York. 1st and 10 with a handoff here. And they go to the fleet-footed Spears. Back kick and flies inside the 10. Julius Chestnut is the back from the 7. Here's a little pitch. They go up, shovel pass, touchdown.
How about that pirouette?
Wow,
How
what
about
a play.
That spin of 360, fake it, and then all of a sudden, watch this. He's going to spin around, fake it here, then turn around, flip it right back forward. Good little kick out block. And because of the action in the backfield, the secondary had the flow to the outside, and then the cutback to be able to get into the end zone.
Last year in Week 18, he played 5 snaps against Denver. But here, his first real action in terms of game time. There's a pass to Worthy right on the screws. And clearly some terrific learning experiences and downs for Oladokin, who will run it and then throw it on the fly. Nice looking one-handed grab. Brown. A 41-yard field goal try by Butker. Little win to deal with, and he'll get it in and get 3 more on the board. Spears the back, 3rd and 4. And a block by Martin. There's a great catch on the far side. It was brought in by Iomanner.
Right in position today.
Pollard back there now, 2nd down 8. They bring everybody. Here comes Tranquil, here comes Hicks. And he's belted as he throws and caught DK. Right in front of Fulton. Was he in? They say he was.
Kind of a revamped offensive line. They've got to. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, 3rd down 7. Here's Spears. There is a nice block by Jefferson. Diving low. And he was
trying to get a quick snap.
1st and goal. Here they go. Ward, end zone, caught, touchdown. DK.
Easy touchdown right there.
Oladokin, who wears that number 19. Joe Montano wore that 19 for the Chiefs. Here they come up the middle with Sweat. Chased by Simmons. Outside he goes. And caught downfield. Grabbed by Pacheco. Inside the 40. He bought time.
He did.
And his running back got free. And on the play, he picks up 32. A first-year player with his first NFL snaps last week. Starting in Godric today. 3rd and 4. Oladokin underneath and incomplete. A little bit wide. Covered on the play well by the linebacker, Cody Barton. He's already belted one home from 54. Here's a 51-yarder. It is a crosswind from the near side to the far. And he is going to miss it. Wide right. Here is a 3rd and 8, we'll call it, at the 43. Spears the back. He'll release. Got away inside from Jones, out to Spears. He'll drive and he'll work his way into the grasp of Bolton with a nice tackle at the 50 and a yard shy of the 1st. Gain of 7. Here.
Nope, they're going for it. With a 10-point lead.
And
I think they're going to be short.
No, they tried that tush push, the quarterback sneak. It did not work. He was shy. 502nd down and 12. Oladokin. Outside, wide open, he's got Worthy. Xavier Worthy takes it inside the 10. Down to the 5, 1st and goal, tackled by Hall. Never thrown a pass in the NFL until today. Here he is, 3rd and goal, got away once. Dancing, fumbled, loose. And the Chiefs have recovered.
We've set a standard here for a long time, and that's really what his message is. This is going to be a great opportunity, and whoever's in there, we need you to play well.
27-yarder by Butker, 3 more on the board. In 2027, they move to the new stadium. 2nd down 10, first play, 4th quarter. Here's a run by Pollard into the secondary and brought down. Tillery got him from behind.
You can see right there the last 3 first-round picks.
Spears the back, 3rd and 10. Latham the block. Downfield he goes, caught at the 5. Good-looking grab. Iomanner. Yards with 2 touchdown passes. Spears the back and the call. 1st and goal. There's a good-looking block by Cushenberry. Opens the door. Titans have scored again.
And instead of settling for 3, Spears follows that. Look at that lead blocking. There's nobody. That's great job by that offensive line. Cushenberry and Skronsky having Patrick Mahomes back. Now, obviously, Patrick's coming off of a major knee surgery. So they got
come
to
at him
decide
again.
if they hit him outside the goal line. Yeah, it looks like they're marking it inside the 2 or right at the 2. Being in there for 10 straight seasons.
Pollard, 1st and 10 run. Got a Cushenberry block, and look at Cushenberry try to lead the way downfield for Pollard. Conquo now has caught 4 for 37. 3rd and 6 downfield, another catch. This time it's Jefferson. 2nd down and 8. Pollard. Skoronski leading the way. Oh, look at him. Slice his way inside the 10. Get another first down. 10 explosive plays today from Tennessee. It is 1st and goal. Look at the hustle and the backpedaling drive down to the 1 by Pollard.
Down, which does signify that there's an eligible player coming to report as eligible. So it appeared to me on that last replay that he did acknowledge that that substitution was taking place.
Look at the move. Thank you, Gene. Down to the 1 on the run by Pollard and hit by Pinnell and others.
Illegal block in the back. Offense number 72. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay 2nd down.
So Udo was 3rd and goal. They crowd the line. Spears knifing his way inside the 10 to the 9.
We've already heard word that he's back in Kansas City and rehabbing already.
27-yard slide field goal good. 26-9. The Tennessee Titans. Chiefs, a terrific win for the Tennessee Titans.
Outstanding. It's impressive what Mike McCoy has been able to get out of this time, knowing the situation that they're in, what they've been able to do, especially the last 3 weeks, but more importantly, what they did here today at home.
You see the respect McCoy has for the legend Andy Reid. So the Titans go on to win it 26-9 over the Chiefs.